I think if before we get back online, if you want to change that resolution, you've got to move it then.
Yeah.
Or you have.
Can we just stop talking for a sec? Sorry. Yep. So back over to you.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to talk to the point, and then if as I mentioned, if you want to, council have to resolve to make an amendment to the resolution if we're going to tinker with it. And so it was my expectation that we would do, as part of our tender documents, that we would do is we would get a soil report done to ascertain the soil conditions. And look, that soil report would also be an indication as to whether we should proceed or not. We can ask for their recommendations around that, and they'll assign a soil classification from the soil from that test report. They sit that actual soil testing report, and from there, people putting in a tender will be quoting against that whatever that would be. But I would think it would be quite likely, say, a P site, which is the worst, which is a problem site, and then we could ascertain where the tender sticks up. The reason why I'm attracted to the design and construct tender, and gives us the opportunity to ask for warranty around the job, and then when we do go out to a design and construct tender, if we've got a little bit of doubt about the tender, we can put that out for technical expertise to review those tenders for us. The other aspect I like about the design and construct tender, it just gives you there's less likelihood of facing big variations when it's a design and construct tender as well. And when you put a fully designed project out and people are they put their price in against that, you know, there's the contractors seek variations where things may differ to what they actually quoted for. But when it's designed and constructed, though, that opportunity for variation is a lot less. And so I think it's a pretty good way to go. But I would say that geotechnical assessment would be part of that design and construct tender. And before we actually put the design and construct tender, I'm happy to.
That would come to the workshop.
Yeah, we could definitely have a look at what that geotechnical report says before we put the design and construct tender out.
Yeah.
See what it says.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, we can't be spending $3 million and have the same thing happen again.
We've had that. The acting GM and I have had those conversations, because if the water is leaching into the ground, what is that doing to future builds?
Yes.
Correct.
And there was enough level of angst spending 180,000, let alone 3 million.
Yeah, correct. Which is why we need to be very, very careful moving forward.
Yeah, I just think that, like I said in the body of the report, part of that tender would also say, well, let's look at what warranties and stuff that we're entitled to have. And that'd be part of the consideration before we went forward.
Yeah, and I guess that those warranties would be subject to the geologist report too.
Well,
if it's a P site, I don't think anyone give any warranty.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. Look, I'm not sure on a flexible membrane what sort of warranties, how affected the movement is on a flexible membrane as opposed to, say, building a new pool shell on that ground, because the flexible membrane may be able to incorporate a little bit of movement where a new rigid pool may not. And so
the old pool shell can still go like this.
I know, but the
flexible membrane will just go with it.
It may. It certainly may.
We need to do our due diligence anyway.
We do need to do our
That's the most important thing.
Probably need to expand the scope as well and have some community consultation about a different site after you've got your soil tests.
Well, I think we can have all of those debates once we know the price and what we're getting out of the flexible membrane before we award the tender.
So we would need to make an amendment to that motion, the existing motion. So Councillor O'Neill, are you happy to move an amendment to hold the council meeting in as an additional point?
Workshop.
Sorry, yes. What did I say?
Well, as Colin said, that would be part of the whole thing. So if the mover and seconder are happy just to have that included.
Just add it as a point 4. I would have thought,
that's
because you're not actually changing the.
So are you happy with Councillor Hicks and Councillor Liston? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, well,
At point 4?
It's only just adding in point 4 to have a workshop on it, which sort of been mentioning the body of it. So it's not actually changing the intent of the motion. So I don't need it.
Because they're happy to just add the
point 4 and don't worry about the
movement seconder.
Oh, okay. And then,
It's pretty simple.
all right, just leave it as it is.
Is that all right? Yep.
Yeah, well, it hasn't changed.
No.
No one's looking to change the whole
No.
intent of
No.
things. Therefore, my opinion.
When I said,
Sorry, guys.
no, you're probably right. I was thinking that way once.
Yeah.
Councillor
It would have been if you wanted to have a geologist.
Yes.
Add that in.
So is there any other discussion?
Yeah, not a council
I
workshop.
was going to ask, but maybe it's more suitable to the workshop. If we had problems on that side, is it sort of really looking like it would go almost where the pool is? Is there enough room to move it somewhere else on that side? No sort of spare space, really, I don't think.
Take the fence out.
Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah.
It'd have been just as good a quality dirt.
Okay.
It'd have been just as good a
I
quality.
think you'd have similar.
That was something
soil.
we need to look at, if that actual site is big enough for the growth anyway. And if we wanted to move it, well, then we would be, you know, take the whole kit and caboodle to somewhere else.
I think it's really important to workshop it and have these discussions for sure.
I think through you, Madam Mayor, we just need to add a few more words to point 4.
Okay.
Hold a council workshop to discuss options of repairing the pool or looking at alternate sites or other feasible outcomes.
Pending soil
Yeah.
pending soil
So would you want that workshop
before or after?
before or after the tender occurs?
After the tender, because we'll have
Then
a
we
soil
would-
report, soil report.
We'll also have some pricing to base your
Yeah.
discussion on.
Then what happens when it comes back to it's a P site, no one wants to build along it. So
Then
Then we have
possibly,
to-
and then you put a design and construct tender out for an area that's not even going to get built because it turns out it's not good enough. So I'm putting the cart before the horse there. I see what you're saying about pricing, but is it going to be there? The soil test is the clincher.
Well, then
Maybe we change the recommendation. Yeah, maybe we change the whole recommendation so that we go out.
there's a lot of chicken and eggs here. Our options of sitting on our hands is not there.
No, we can't do that, but I
So
think we need to work
we
out.
must move this forward in some.
So we probably maybe we need to consider getting some spending a bit of money getting the soil testing done, then get some advice prior to going out to design and construct as to whether or not anyone would want to warrant anything done on that site, or do we park the design and construct, go and find a suitable site which the soil is not as volatile on, and then go out to design and construct?
Well, it'd be my hope. From point number 1 that the suitably qualified contractor that I'm hoping to engage will be able to, with their expertise, tell us whether the P site makes it viable to continue on with the design and construct tender. Because we're really hoping to engage, and I have got some contractors in mind, suitable engineers that'll be able to give us those answers. So we shouldn't be able to, maybe we're better off to reword number 1, if councillors are of a mind to say, engage a suitable qualified contractor to consider the soil conditions identified through
Comprehensive soil test.
a comprehensive geotechnical assessment to prepare, design and construct tender.
Can I ask a
Councillor
question,
Hooper.
please? through to Mr. Blackie. Is it geotech enough to make that determination, or should it be accompanied by a structural engineer's report? Because the geotech will tell us so much, but we probably need a structural engineer then to make a determination of the site suitability, which would be in excess, which I think if we're going to do an investigation, we need to do it thoroughly. And I'm just questioning whether a geotech will give us that coverage or whether we need an additional structural engineer's review.
I'm happy to have a go, Madam. The suitably qualified contractor, in my mind, would be an engineer. So they're going to be an engineer who's going to be informed by the geotechnical study to then, and then based on that, then proceed through to the design and construct tender. So that's how I anticipate that it would go. You know, obviously we're looking to get considerable expertise in. We've got $100,000 in our budget this year for the design work to get this right, so that then we can go forward. Hopefully,
It's got to be right.
it's got to be right.
And we need,
Right.
we
And-
also need to have a recommendation ready to go post the season, because we're hemorrhaging a lot of water.
Oh, look, I understand all that.
Well,
So we need to get it on the right, like get
Water's
it.
cheap.
We would-
Millions of dollars on something that might.
Correct.
work.
I'm with you. I think we should be spending stupid amounts of money.
through you, Madam Mayor, maybe we should suspend standing order just for a
Yeah.
minute. So
I'll move that.
Thank you, councillor Hicks. Seconder. Thanks you, councillor O'Neill. All those in favour?
I was councillor Schilder.
Oh, sorry, Shields.
Yeah, gloves can come.
so
Favour.
I think
Suspend standing.
I think we've got to finesse. What I'm hearing from the room is that we've got to finesse this resolution a little bit so that council's got some peace of mind.
Well, look, I think.
But I think perhaps the answer is in number one, not in number four. Like you could leave number four, and we can alter number one to give councillors a little bit of peace of mind that the suitably qualified contractor, as I said, is informed by the geotechnical study to then in turn give us sufficient their expertise to ascertain that the design and construct tender on that site is for a flexible membrane is viable. And if councillors were in mind, we could make an amendment and potentially alter number one
Is there any
and
other
leave
discussion?
or there could be other discussion, but that's my thinking.
I like the idea of rejigging number one, but potentially we could leave number four in and just for the moment park 2 and 3, so that we can actually come back and then discuss the results of 1 to work out a plan forward.
Well, that would have to be a whole new, that would have to be an amendment.
Yeah.
Because you're taking.
Well, now it would be, because now
Yeah,
we're changing the feeling of that motion.
Correct.
So, you know,
But
so I'm in your hands, councillors. Are you?
well, I can't impress enough that this has to be done right. Now, whether we take
Totally agree.
2 months.
I think we all
or 3
agree.
months,
We all agree.
absolutely has to be
and
right.
I've always been concerned about that site because I know that the fire shed, the building we did there, it sank. Right? And it was lucky enough that pumping it up did the job, although it has started to move again. So that area of Gindra, as we all know, is swampy, highly reactive clay soil. As you said, P class.
The other.
It's no doubt in my mind it's P. It'll go P.
It might be off the charts. P mightn't cover it up that bad.
It could-
I've nearly fallen in cracks there.
Look, I think we could have a go at altering number one in line.
Do you want to do it tonight, or we better off leaving this on the table and have something tweaked to come back to us?
Well,
No,
that's-
no, let's do it tonight. Let's do it tonight.
I don't know, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the lady taking the.
No, we're very kind to it because we're suspending orders and we're talking it out.
I think if you copy and paste number one down, Barb, and then we just alter that and say, potentially, we're not saying potentially, engage a suitably qualified contractor and ensure after contractor and say, and ensure
To ensure.
ensure that they are informed by a geotechnical study to ascertain the viability of preparing a design and construct tender, and then does the rest work to prepare a design and construct tender documents for the rectification works to repair with a flexible membrane. And what?
On that.
I don't know, but they'll-
My concern is that'll give us the condition of the pool, of the soil, but it won't give us the structural integrity of the pool. And that's what we need to determine.
Yeah.
And the only way you can determine the structural integrity of the current pool is to get a structural engineer to do a report on the pool.
Well, the kind of contractor that I've got in mind, they are structural. They are one and the same. So the people that I was thinking of.
well, can we say
certainly-
that in the
Yeah, you
recommendation?
could just add that and to ascertain the viability. And so engage a suitably qualified contractor and ensure that they are informed by.
With the appropriate engineering experience, you should probably put that at the end, that covers your construction.
Structural engineering experience.
I think this split it, Colin, have structural engineer first and then design and contender, because then you can still do both if they're one and the same.
EBs, this is looking good to leave until next meeting.
Just
We can do it.
I think there is some urgency that requires us to have some momentum with this project. Like there is.
Just make sure this is spot on there.
Yes. So engage a
Don't
suitable.
get us caught out.
with the appropriate structural engineering experience, just put that at the end.
Yeah, we'll put that in brackets behind contractor then. So it reads, engage a suitably qualified contractor in brackets with structural engineering expertise. Does that cover you, Councillor Hooper, with your concerns then? And ensure that they are informed by a geotechnical study to ascertain the viability of design and construct tenders for the rectification work to repair the 25-metre pool with a flexible membrane with a disability access filtration. I think we've covered all eventualities in my mind then.
And then the second one will be to hold a workshop post that report.
Yep.
And then
To map a way forward.
that's right. Is that all we would like in point 2?
I'm pretty confident the structural engineer is going to come back and say that pool's going to continue to sink for the
No,
next 25
just
years.
point 4. Sorry, point 4.
That could happen.
I just that guarantee
Well, you know
no
what?
warranty.
As long as we've got the information, we can then make an informed decision.
Have a discussion at the workshop.
Correct.
And I would like to see if they're doing the geotech testing, that the area from the pool fence, the end of the medium-sized pool fence, right through to the playground is also tested.
I'll make sure we do quite a number of bores.
Gindra has a lot of, there'll be a run of soil and which goes up.
So who's going to move the amendment?
That's right, but it may.
Well, who made the amendment?
Well,
The acting general manager move an amendment? Probably not.
we're still in suspended.
Yeah, we are. We're still in this
So,
suspended.
all right, so we're going to have to come out of standing orders.
Are you happy to move that?
I'll move that we resume standing orders.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Hooper. We're all in favour? All in favour? We're back.
And now what I will do, I will now move that amendment.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
But you moved the original motion.
Yeah, you can't move the amendment.
Actually,
That's what I
Well, they can, Madam Mayor.
Can they?
It shows that they don't support the original motion.
after discussion.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a change of thought, yeah.
Sure.
Wasn't it?
Okay. All right. So the amendment has been moved by Councillor Hicks and Councillor Linder. And the amendment now says that we engage a suitable qualified contractor with structural engineer expertise to ensure that they are informed by a geotechnical study to ascertain the viability of the design and construct tender documents for the rectification works of the repair of the 25-metre pool with flexible membrane with disability access, filtration system and a pump room. And number 2 is to hold a council workshop to discuss the outcome of repairing the pool or looking at alternative sites. No.
I think through you, Madam Mayor, do we have to say prior to the release of the tender,
Yes.
hold a council workshop?
Yep.
We don't want any tenders going out.
You don't want to, obviously that's the idea. You want satisfaction that what we're going to get is going to fix the problem and then we're going to put it out to tender when you're satisfied.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so. And then
That
in that tender, obviously, you'll have request to make sure there's warranty periods and all that sort of stuff, I assume.
That should say prior to the release of the tender, hold a council workshop to discuss the outcome of the above report,
Yeah.
shouldn't it? Not,
Yeah.
would that be right?
Oh, prior to releasing it, the content of the prepared tender documents. That's what you want to be satisfied of. You want to be satisfied that those tender documents are going to do the job, and then you put it out.
Well, I guess we want to be satisfied that
That's the right alternative.
that's the spot to do it,
To do it.
and that then we'll get a tender, and then we'll have the next stage of getting whether we're satisfied with their warranty periods and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So I guess we need to be satisfied that that site is suitable
yes.
to continue pouring money into.
Well,
That'll come out of the first point.
okay.
You happy with that? Councillor Hooper and Councillor Hicks and Councillor.
I think that's fairly close, isn't it?
I'm okay with it.
You happy with?
So that should get us to be able to have a workshop after we've discovered whether or not the site is suitable and whether or not the pool shell is going to continue to sink or it's structurally sunk as far as it is, and the rectification works will be fine.
Okay, if there's no other discussion, I'll put that motion.
Oh, well, that's be the amendment, and then we'll have to do it again.
Oh, sorry, the amendment. We're just waiting for that. So all those in favour? All in favour to the amendment? So that's now becomes the motion. So we make it the motion. So mover and second for the motion. Same mover and seconder, Hicks and Linda. And all in favour? All in favour. Declared it carried. We'll just again.
Delegations.
Oh, yeah. Right. Great. So governance, appoint delegates, which is on page 15. Need to suspend standing orders.
Yes, move to suspend standing orders.
Thank you, Councillor Hicks, Councillor Shield. All those in favour? All in favour? Sorry, Barb. All right. Australia Day Committee.
Happy to be on soon.
I'm currently in the argument with Councillor O'Neill, so.
So Councillor Quinn, Councillor O'Neill,
Getting quicker and quicker those meetings.
Councillor Mortons. I'll write that down. Yeah, I'll come back. And one more. So we've got two West Ward and one West Ward and two East Ward. We need some from North Ward, guys. Councillor Shield, thank you. So we've got Councillor O'Neill, Councillor Quinn, Councillor Morton, Councillor Shield for the Australia Day Committee. General Manager's Performance Review Committee. Councillor for that.
Ash?
Jump out of
Yeah,
you.
I'm happy.
You want to do Ash? Councillor Linda. And I don't think it's necessary to nominate anyone at this point in time. Audit and Risk Improvement Committee.
Been doing that, so I'd be happy to.
Anyone fighting down the door?
I wouldn't mind having a look at it on it.
Sorry, Madam Mayor, we could have it.
They just sit there.
If everybody really wants
That's
to
right.
come along, there's no risk.
That's right.
It's really interesting.
Just got two
Yeah.
down.
Happy? Can we do? I hope that's all right. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I don't think it's.
You just
I
sit-
tend to do it.
Anyway.
Yeah. So Councillor Morton, Councillor Linda. Murray Arts Advisory Committee, would you like to continue with that, Councillor Hooper? You're close to your heart. Riverina Eastern Regional Organisations, oh, that's me, sorry. Riverina Regional Library. Yep. That's a shield. The Rural Fire Service, are you happy to do that, Councillor Hicks?
Oh, yeah, I can keep poking along at it, yeah.
Happy to do it?
Yeah, that's fine. Not much happens really.
There's only supposed to be one station.
Software's working group, are you happy to do that? Continue with that, council list?
Softwoods, yes, I'm happy to continue there if no one else wants.
Anyone else interested? No? All happy? Yeah,
With Joe, do we still need to be or have to be a member?
it's in higher, I hope.
And
And the rest.
Yes, we'll still just keep it in minutes, yeah.
Really serves us well.
Yes, very well. So we have a mover and second to go back into council, Liston and Hooper. Resume. So the recommendations there.
Move the
Thank you, councillor O'Neill, councillor Shield. All those in favour? All in favour, declared it carried. Number 2, 2025 Local Government New South Wales Conference adoption of motions. So the motions are on Annexure 2. We talked about, thank you, councillor Hicks. Councillor Hooper.
I want to move an amendment, Madam Mayor.
Yes.
We only submit motion number 1.
Yes.
If I can get a second, I can talk to.
Second.
The local government association consists of the odd person from the country. Most of them are from central Sydney area or the coastal. Now, our first motion is talking about contribution towards water and sewer. I think we can make a big case if we go out of the circle, talk about the fact that small councils that have land and water, land, a package for house and land, like down the road down there, for 500k. That's unique. Nowhere on the coast or in the city can they have, you're talking about a block for $1 million for a start, something like that sort of thing. We've got to split. We're right across Australia. That's a fact of life. We've got, but they're all crying out, every state's crying out that we want more houses, we want more houses, we want more houses. We've got to split their thinking, and therefore our motion's got to touch certain nervous points so that they will think that by kicking the can, the country councils for water and sewer, whereas we might need 50 million for argument's sake, whereas they need 500 million in the city sort of thing. They'll look at us because it'll set their agenda and they'll be able to say, well, we're providing more houses. I mean,
I agree with you, councillor.
It's a cunning way around of doing things. Now, I haven't got the words tonight. I'm happy to present words to encompass it, and then you, the mayor and the deputy mayor, can talk to the general manager and sharpen it up sort of thing. But otherwise, 3 motions are good. You send them to a local government conference and they get grouped in with a heap of things.
Yeah.
And just get a tick.
Look, and that's our most pressing thing in our council at the moment. And I think that we probably need to make a big deal about, like you said, and not have too many motions. Like, I agree, for sure.
Well, it's only that they get the opportunity. They'll have 200 motions and
Yes.
they'll group people together.
Yes.
And of course, if you're lucky, they might, the executive can only do so much sort of thing.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to hit the political scene. The political scene is the way it's going to be for the next, well, I won't see any different in my life.
Yep. Mm.
You've got to find out where they're sensitive. They are sensitive to housing.
Yes.
And if we can couple a bit of extra money for development of essential services, we might be able to move forward.
Yeah, I totally agree. Anyone, any other comments? I think it's an opportunity that we need to sing from the rafters, that we need some money for infrastructure.
So the amendment should read that we rejig the wording. We present item motion number 1 and we rejig the wording that supports it. All that, Mr. Acting.
So it'll be an amendment. So councillor Quinn and councillor Hooper, are you happy with the motion as is though?
Motion number one with the wording and.
Yeah, well,
Good wording.
I think the wording's quite good.
yeah, I would think there might be.
It needs some talking points to it.
Just,
Yeah.
You've got to, if I can have another half minute, I know what something. You've got to learn to figure out what word will make them change their mind. And they are sensitive, you know, all this, everybody's sensitive to transparency, and it's one of the greatest, I know we're on here, but it's one of the greatest BS words that's ever been used on mankind, because it just covers everything. If you're going to be transparent, you're probably going to hide something. Sort of. But there'd be somewhere in our motion, I think, that we could just ignite the fact that the executive would look at it and say, hey, this is something worth really doing, and then move it to the government.
Through you, Madam Mayor, I think the words that you're talking about are there in the motion anyway, because the outcome that we're trying to avoid is just where it says, I'll read that motion then again, that local government New South Wales call on the Australian government to urgently establish readily accessible grants for local councils to deliver essential water and sewage infrastructure, without which many councils will be forced to cease residential housing development in regional communities, undermining their housing targets. So that's the element that's trying to put, that's the outcome that they're trying to avoid. That level of government does not want that outcome. So I think I hear, I think that's probably the trigger that gives this one a little bit of clout, because they particularly don't want that to happen, the ceasing of the housing. You know, that would be completely an outcome that all levels of government are adverse to.
I think councillor Quinn is offering to help with some wording to speak to it. Is that right, councillor Quinn?
Well, if the council sees fit, that's why it'd take me, I'd have to get a bit of paper and play with it time and time again. It'd take me a week to play up around in my mind sort of thing. But Madam Mayor, the real point is I'm trying to tell you that you'll go to the conference and you've got 200 delegates there. First of all, you've got to have the association put the motion up without grouping it with 15 other motions that say, gets everybody to say, oh, yeah. But then you've got to present it in such a way that you get enough spark among the delegates, in the past, and it'll be no different in the future. You've got to promote a few speakers that will support it, and quite often in the past they weren't quite sure what they were supporting, but they drag followers with them, and that's what it's all about. It's politics. But
well, unfortunately, we're not on our Pat Malone when it comes to this issue, so I think there'll be quite a few people that will be or quite a few councillors that will be supporting it. Yes, councillor Shield.
I think it's a long-winded, backing and supporting what councillor Quinn is suggesting, and I think he's right with me. It's a long-winded paragraph, and I think if we could pick out a few stronger words in amongst that, because it's listening to it, it's very nicely written, and we just need something that's going to jump out. You know, it's a bit too pleasant, and it's happened to us before. We've had this fabulous motion. And we didn't get the opportunity to speak to it because it was bunched in, and then you've lost your personal touch to it because our councillor was ready there to say something, and it was grouped and moved and second and good night, and you sit down again. So we do need something that will really be captivating to spark that, oh, this is something a bit different. We really need to look at this, rather than it may fall into that trap, like councillor Quinn said, that it'll get flooded with the rest, and it mightn't be quite what we were wanting.
Right, we might need to suspend standing orders again for an open discussion.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Goodness. But meeting.
Can I just raise one point? I believe these have to be in,
That's what I was just about to say.
So to bring it back to council,
We don't have time.
I move that we suspend standing
Thank you,
orders
councillor
and
Hicks.
let's hash this out.
Thanks, councillor Linda. All those in favour?
This is totally
carried.
turned off.
Well, it's important.
I'm not saying it's not, but it is 3 times in the meeting.
Because it does happen right when you go to council.
I know, councillor Quinn. Start thinking.
Well, the bottom line is that,
We need a bit more. We need a bit more spark at it. You're trying to say.
Yeah, it's got to be persuasive.
Yeah.
The other thing, just in relation to what Councillor Quinn did say, like he used the analogy of potentially a $50 million spend here to get how many blocks at what price versus a $500 million spend. We need to actually be putting a practical example like that in front of them.
Yeah.
So your investment of $50 million in this area in sewage and water infrastructure will result in X amount of blocks, house and land packages at this price. So because then the city can't compete with that.
Affordable.
We possibly should have spoken about this at the workshop, however.
We don't have the time to get that data really, if it's got to be in by September.
Look,
Well,
the
everyone
government
knows.
the government's really pushing, like move to the country, move to the regions. Like that's their big push. They will not achieve their housing targets if they don't do so.
Well, put something like that in it.
Yeah.
You're promoting move to the country. We can't provide them unless you support.
I've actually had those conversations with, politicians, and that's what I've said. We can't provide any more blocks of land unless we get a major, grant for infrastructure for water and sewage. Full stop. We will not be able to expand Ginger anymore, or Henty's got how many blocks? 8 or something? No, it's not enough.
from the way I see the world, Madam Mayor, and admittedly, often I'm in a gathering where I've got 2 left legs, but this never worried me. I can still kick a football with either leg. I never saw me up. But anyway, all the talk about housing and homeless and all that, it's all palaver. People up the run are not really interested. But what I'm trying to, I'm lazy in the mind because I do a few other things each day. I'm trying to come up with an idea where we can grab the executive, but just for them to say, hey, I know Phyllis pretty well. Hey, this is really worth hanging on to get Forbes and everything else. But then to poke it to the minister, because all these ministers, I've had a fair bit to do with the New South Wales Labor government. They're all terrible scarce on ideas. They rely on the bureaucrats to put them up with ideas. And if we can come up with something, they can grab hold of.
Yeah.
They'll put the money in our bank account. That's what the job's all about, sort of thing. It's sort of otherwise, they look at the country and it's red all over. Why will we give these conservative areas any no? That's what life's about.
We need to start putting some things down. The acting GM is typing as
Other councils, there's pretty good chance that other local government will.
No, not pretty good. Federation, Albury, all our counterparts are all in the same boat.
That's what I'm saying. There's a pretty good chance that there will be lots of submissions such as this.
Yeah, but we want this one to be out of the.
We want ours to be.
Yeah.
As council said, otherwise you're going to end up jammed in with all these other
That's
ones.
right, Let this become the motion.
Yeah, Brett, they want something, they need something with a good catch cry there that's going to get their attention. And go, "Gee, look at this."
It'll be a blanket decision then.
Yes.
It's going to be the best.
Not going to be talked about, not going to be,
That was my point. There's going to be a lot of.
Right, it needs to be at the forefront of this whole thing.
Well, do we actually quote the amount of money that we need for the infrastructure? Do we quote that amount of money? Do we? I don't know.
Oh, the trouble, I don't think we're in the position to fully, we know essentially what we need for a certain period of time going forward, but then we would need more again and more
Yeah,
again.
but can't we say that?
So what we're saying is
It's like affordability in regional areas compared to city.
Maybe.
Yeah, given that they're there's a big, desire for governments to provide housing projects. Affordability is a good word to use, land affordability.
It has to be married in with land availability too.
Oh, yeah,
Because the availability is a big
that's
big
right.
plus as well.
So those two things probably should be.
You must have something, council, listed in
Yeah.
mind as a call to action that you'd use for your advertising.
Well, I'm actually thinking,
Come on, I can't believe you haven't jumped out with something.
in terms of our,
We just need to tweak that a bit,
In-
like, otherwise, we've got to do it tonight.
in terms of our geographical location too, that's another really big draw card because we're situated in between Albury and Wagga. But people can still work in, the bigger regions, or their kids could go to school, whatever. So I think that's also something that we need to grab onto as well.
That's one major factor. We've got the job availability.
Yes.
But the real thing behind it all is that you've got a house and land package. You've got it just down the road here in this state, whatever the word is. And you've got it in Cots's. House and land package for 500K. Any couple who want to work can get into the home.
Yep.
And this defeats the whole land cry across this nation that it's unaffordable for young people. It's unaffordable for young people.
Yep.
They can afford to come here.
That's right.
And that's why we're unique. Now, Forbes is not like that. Their land's a bit dearer. Even Gindra is out of the market for young couples because
Absolutely.
it's up the way. But we've got these small villages that could provide an answer. And we only really want 20 million to kickstart it.
40 would be better.
Don't get too greedy though.
Keep going.
Oh, a couple or something. I don't know if it's
Just
I'll give it a go.
the local government, New South Wales, calls on the Australian government. What can we put instead of just calls
So
on?
I used it again. I
Urges.
Well, I used should advocate. I've come up with something, an alternate motion along this, maybe a little puncher. I don't know. I'll read it out and we'll decide affordable housing is available in regional New South Wales, and local government New South Wales should advocate for ongoing federal government grant programs to support enabling water and sewage infrastructure so that regional councils do not have to pause housing development. What's that?
Geez, I don't know. It's good. Hasn't got me excited though.
Oh, it's hard to make water exciting, water and sewage.
That sounds pretty good to me. And then we put all the paperwork together. That's the motion. And
Can you read it again? Sorry.
You might use a word like implores or something.
No.
Pause there.
Implores because basically it's creating stagnation in the
Did
development.
you say as a matter of urgency at the end of it? As a matter of urgency?
Read it again, Colin.
Or at the beginning? So you're the teacher.
Affordable housing is available in regional New South Wales, and local government New South Wales should advocate for ongoing federal government grant programs to support enabling water and sewage infrastructure, so that regional councils do not have to pause housing development.
Slowly.
Pause
Or I could use the word shortly pause or.
No. The start of it, when you're saying that affordable housing is available,
Yeah.
affordable housing will be available for a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
If we are not,
Oh, okay.
you see what I'm saying? You can't,
Yeah.
like you're saying it's available, oh, book, yep, no beauty, they go. But you need to say in that first line, I reckon, that that it's running out, it's a finite level.
Yep.
Without federal government funding, it will cease.
Yeah.
And affordable housing will not be available in the next 2 years,
Short term.
something like that.
So there's an if and however.
You've got to get that call to action happening.
Yep.
What do you think, Councillor Quinn?
that sounded all right. But then in your speech, Madam Mayor,
Yeah.
you've got to get it out very clearly that this will enable young couples to use the 500K package, because that will stun 90% of the audience down there.
Are you happy to look at some notes that I write?
I got it.
It's dire straits, you see, this is where we're at.
All right. I've tried to create it. I've finished what I had just a little bit. Let's.
Right.
Currently affordable housing. So we use the word currently. Currently affordable housing is available in regional New South Wales, and local government New South Wales should advocate.
Sorry, no, and it shouldn't be and, it should be currently affordable housing is available in regional New South Wales. However, that's right.
However, local government New South Wales should advocate for ongoing federal government.
Needs.
Must.
Yeah,
Must.
right. Let's
Undoubtedly.
keep it coming. Must advocate for ongoing federal government grant programs to support enabling water and sewage infrastructure so that regional councils do not have to pause housing development and ending access to the most affordable housing land, something like that.
Well, where it says pause, you probably need to put some sort of time frame in there, like in the next, so you could say something maybe like,
Well,
Greater Hume in the next 12 months will have to stop.
I would say
What is
so
it?
that we do not have to cease development.
Okay, so to continue to supply.
Yeah,
Not actually a pause. It's-
No.
You can't do anything.
no,
more.
it's to
Yeah, all right,
continue
yeah.
to supply. That's exactly right. You're right.
Yeah.
I think that sentence is too long though.
Yeah, it's too long.
Take that end away again.
And put a couple of commas.
All right, now I'm going to stick it in.
Oh, no, he's lost a lot. It's just,
No,
Put her in, put her in, put her in.
weakening.
No, that's okay because you just need, he's just tweaking it. He's just tweaking it.
I can't tweak it. Because I'll have to do it. I can't cut and paste in there. No, I can't. Because it doesn't let you do it. So I haven't got the.
oh, no, there's, oh, crikey.
You emailed to Barb.
Email it to Bob.
All right, hang on. All right, I'll email. I'll share it.
The second sentence is too long.
We'll put it up and we can just work on it.
Just chuck a full stop in there for something to do, just round about.
And don't stop at any.
Maybe include in capital, therefore.
Yes, yes,
And you've got to put new grant programs on ongoing, because there is nothing.
that's right.
To stimulate the affordable housing market
Therefore, failure to support
will cause Greater Hume to stop all developments.
Cease development.
Cease
All
development, yeah.
affordable development.
Make it fun.
Punchy
We need to, definitely.
in the next 2 years.
Just saying it.
It needs fixing though, Barb.
Well,
How about we just put it into AI?
Yeah.
I have to type into the AI because I haven't.
That's what he just threw.
I've only got the free. I only got the free version. It doesn't let you paste in.
You should do.
No, it won't let me do it.
It
So just
does. Yeah, just go to ChatGPT. It's colon.
Yeah, just go ChatGPT.
Get into it.
Internet.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Just there.
ChatGPT.
That's it. Just go. Sorry.
Strongly advocate.
Urge.
Yes.
Just use this. The internet is so slow. Go. Right. Oh, there you go.
All right. Well,
Oh,
the other one.
amazing. Now just enter.
I just think you get rid of to support two and just have a program enabling water and sewer. To get rid of to support two.
Yeah, you don't need both.
We don't, yeah.
Get it, you know.
Oh, just enabling.
Water and sewage or.
Oh,
Providing essential to water and sewage. If you don't happen to develop without it.
No, it's providing infrastructure.
Take out the two there, Barb, as well.
Take out the ongoing change.
Oh, no, sorry, don't take it.
Sure.
Hang on, we've got something else coming.
Go steady.
Get it, man.
Change ongoing to new, but because there's no ongoing for the grant program.
All right. AI's version of my thing, it says local government must advocate for ongoing federal government grants to support water and sewage infrastructure, enabling regional councils to continue developing affordable housing and preserving access to key land.
Perfect.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming, I just put my diamond in the rough into ChatGPT and that's what it come up with.
I actually like this better because it says at the beginning, currently affordable housing is available.
Okay, rightio.
All right, now listen, okay, we happy with that?
No.
We're going with this, apparently. Currently affordable
But
housing.
maybe we
is
could
well-
take the ending of this and put it into mine then. So currently affordable housing is available.
in regional New South Wales.
Full stop, however, new sentence.
LG NSW.
So if you put after sewerage, how about this? After sewerage, Barb, we add enabling regional councils to continue developing affordable housing and preserving access to key land.
We're not saying that.
And then-
it's these,
To continue developing affordable housing and preserving access to key land, but you're using the word continue. So, and then get rid of the rest for a minute. We just discussed that. And preserving access to key residential land. I'll chuck in the word residential.
affordable residential land.
It says affordable at the beginning.
You can use it to, and then just get rid of that next, that last bit. What about that?
Preserve, it should be preserved, not preserving.
Are we getting close?
Okay, let's just read it out. Currently, affordable housing is available in regional New South Wales. However, LG New South Wales must strongly advocate for new federal government grants.
Yes.
I like the word for ongoing federal government grants.
There's none at the moment.
For new,
Oh, but
well,
he's saying
put the words
continual.
new and ongoing there.
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we want a pipeline of these grants.
Yeah,
Ongoing federal government grant programs to enable, sorry, I took over.
no, go.
To enable water and sewage.
Infrastructure.
Water.
Can't have two enablers.
Yeah. And then change the word enabling to ensuring.
Yes.
Ensuring regional councils, get rid of the two,
Can you shove the words like future proof in there somewhere?
continue to develop
Yeah,
affordable housing and preserving access to key residential land. I reckon we
where
get
can we
pretty
put
close.
future proof? Where can we put
The only
future proof?
thing that I would consider is currently limited affordable housing is available.
Which it is limited.
Yeah.
All right, you could chuck in currently limited affordable housing. Oh,
And why are we worried about it?
You can put it.
after currently, just chuck in the word limited.
Worry about ourselves.
Well, we should be, but should be.
Maybe they'll like this so much to say, let's make that the motion for all of us.
That's right.
They don't have to tweak it.
But just on,
Otherwise they have to amend
on
it.
councillor Hicks's comment, you could
Yes.
replace preserving to future proofing.
I think,
Yes.
because this is what it's all about. It's securing the future. Perhaps you should
I
not
would just use the word and securing.
securing the future of affordable living
Yes.
for years to come.
Maybe you could just use the word securing ongoing access.
I love future proofing. It's a
So
catch.
do I. So
How about that? We've got to be getting close now.
Look, it's not midnight yet. We've got plenty of time.
what is going on with you?
There you go, there's the words after.
You happy with that, Councillor Quinn?
I think can't come up with the words, but we're in a unique situation
Take it in there.
down here, which was to cheap money from.
True.
And lots of subdivisions, he's not an ordinary developer, he's putting the land up.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
to get town.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah, I would,
Whereas
after housing, get rid of and.
everywhere else, they want their pound of flesh. So
That's right.
we're rather unique.
Yeah, we are.
I think if you get rid of the end, you need the ing.
Okay, where we're at.
Let's move on.
So you.
Are we sure we're done?
However, yeah.
Yeah, get rid of that. That's right.
Get rid of however, yeah.
And just
Punch it.
short sentence.
Superfluous.
Yeah.
Poor Barb.
Right.
Are you?
Okay. So the motion, the amendment is now that we are going to have one what's the thing? What
Motion.
One motion.
One motion.
Yeah, to go to the local government conference, and Councillor Quinn, are you happy with that wording?
Standing orders.
Oh, yes, sorry. Thank you.
Well, I was
Thank
going
you.
to move that. Wasn't sure we finished discussing it because we might all run to go.
Have we finished discussing it?
Yes.
Are we all happy with it? Yep. Councillor Hooper and Councillor Liston move that come out of standing orders. All in favour? All in favour? So now the amendment is she's doing really well. Just go back up for me, sorry. Sure. Thank you. So the amendment is that we only take one motion to the local government conference, and that motion being that currently limited affordable housing is available in region New South Wales. Local government NSW must strongly advocate for new and ongoing federal government grant programs to enable water and sewage infrastructure, ensuring regional councils continue to develop affordable housing and future-proofing to key residential land. Future-proofing access to key residential land.
Can I just throw one more thing into this?
Yeah.
It was suggested earlier, I think we need to make it specific for Greater Hume, because we're speaking for rural New South Wales, and
we could put
we need to speak for
we could
ourselves.
put both. We could put Greater Hume and regional. We could. We are happy with that, Councillor Quinn?
It's got to be specific for us, I reckon.
Yep.
So
New
can
South
we do a
Wales.
comma after sewage infrastructure?
Maybe.
Can we just wait 1 second for Barb, the winner taker? No, we're not.
Oh, Barb's got a baptism.
I know she's doing really well. Louise is helping lots.
Just got to get it later on cover off.
So we're actually going to make another little change. Sorry, Barb and Louise. So we go just after available in Greater Hume Council and regional New South Wales. And we've got to remove an N. Did you say, ladies?
No, put a comma after infrastructure.
Just there, where you are,
Greater Hume Council.
and regional New South Wales, and where else? We're all good.
Down where it says, and sewage infrastructure ensuring regional, so a comma after infrastructure.
Happy? Okay, so that's the amendment. We've got a mover and seconder. All in favour? All in favour? Declared it carried. That becomes the motion. Mover and seconder. Happy, Councillor Quinn and Councillor Hooper. All in favour? Thanks. Declared it carried. Good. Yeah, that's fine. Corporate and community services on page 18, children's services amended draft fees and charges. Thank you, Councillor Hicks, Councillor O'Neill. Any discussion? If not, I'll put it. All those in favour? All in favour, declared it carried. Now, item 2, Christmas New Year office closure period. Thank you, Councillor Linda, Councillor Hicks. Any discussion? No. Put it. All in favour, declared it carried. Item 3, draft general purpose and special purpose financial statement.
Recommendations.
Thank you, Councillor Hicks. Seconder, Councillor Quinn, thank you very much. Any discussion? No, I'll put that. All in favour? All in favour, declare that carried. Engineering on page 25, Dykes Forest Road proposed speed limit.
Move the recommendation.
Thank you, councillor Morton. Yes, very disappointing. Lack of consultation. Any other discussion? I'll put it. All those in favour? All in favour, declare it carried. Item number 2, separation of similar procurement
Move the
processes.
recommendation.
Page 27. Thank you, councillor Hicks.
That sort of,
Councillor Liston. Sorry.
through you, Madam Mayor, can that report go back to the audit committee? This is somebody living in a glass house who doesn't understand what happens in country.
Yeah, that, through Madam Mayor, that's what we are doing, send this back.
Yeah.
This was recommended, we sent it back saying.
Any other discussion? No, I'll put it. All in favour? All in favour, declare it carried. Item number 3, council to be appointing Crown Land Manager for lot 189 DP 821076.
I'll move the recommendation.
Thank you, councillor Hicks. Thank you, councillor Quinn. Any discussion? No, put it. All those in favour? All in favour, declare it carried. Item number 4, implementation of Transport for New South Wales 2025 authorisation
Move the
delegate system.
recommendation.
Thank you. Thank you, councillor O'Neill and councillor Morton. Any discussion? No, put that. All in favour, declare it carried. Item number 5, installation of vehicle activation speed limits in Georgia Morgan. Councillor Shield, councillor Morton. All those in favour? Declare it carried. Yeah, sorry.
They are active as of today.
It's
Fantastic.
Last one.
So, actually, the relative software, if you run in Google Maps and all that, it will actually go, if you're using a mapping program, it will slow down and go fast through your mapping program.
Fantastic.
Yeah, good one.
So, that's quite new. This is the second council, well, the second area in the whole Australia, Darwin
I've
Council.
got a beep on my,
Did you? Coming over?
when I came through.
Going too fast?
Yeah.
It was a warning. Yeah.
Item 6, tender. Oh, sorry. Councillor O'Neill is leaving the room.
I'll move that recommendation.
Thank you, councillor Hicks.
Madam Mayor,
Thank you, councillor Quinn. Is there any discussion? Nope. Not put it. All those in favour? All in favour, declared it carried. So we'll just wait for.
No, she's out as well for number 7. So I'm going to move that recommendation.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Councillor, who moved that?
Councillor O'Neill's declaring interest.
We move both.
Happy to move the Gindra Street floodway as well.
VP8,
Sorry. Next one.
number 7, I think.
Just Barbie, I have to, sorry, through Madam Mayor.
Yes.
Councillor declaring interest. So O'Neill, yeah, those two.
Yeah, so just cut those, her over into the final column there. Please.
Well done, Bob. Item number 7.
Yeah, I'll
Gindra.
move that one.
Thank you, councillor Hicks and councillor Lindner. Any discussion?
Couple of questions sitting with me on that, on the map, where with this number 7, the flood mitigation channel, that last little short bit definitely guaranteed that the water will get away enough there.
They've
and big
designed
enough
it,
to
yep.
be-
They've designed it, there's
There's
a
a lot
high
coming
wall,
down.
yeah, they've designed a high wall on the government.
It'll still flood.
Happy with that, councillor Sheed?
Yes.
Any other questions, comments? No. Put that. All in favour? All in favour, declared that carried. Can somebody please let councillor O'Neill back in?
I'll move that we go with parts B, C and D as a block.
Fantastic. fantastic. So Councillor Hicks and Councillor Linda are moving that B, C and D are moved as a block.
Question on, the first item on, B,
Yes,
5.5 million, we just put in, where'd that come from? New investment this month, that's what the reading says.
yep.
Oh, it's from something.
Is it something to do with these maturing ones that we had in the Northern Territory?
No.
No?
I don't know which one.
There was two, there was three in total for the Northern Territory Treasury and two were becoming mature. And I reckon that's what they were.
Well, that is correct. There was three and we're back to one.
We're back to one now, so I think that's what it is. But can we have a look on the previous report, maybe?
Yep.
Possible? Sorry.
I think, through you, Madam Mayor, the Chief Financial Officer mentioned to me that our cash position had improved.
Yes.
And it was a lot to do with some payments of grant funding that we received for disaster. And so
It wouldn't be $5 million.
no, but that would add to it as well, in that of late, we could take it on notice. We'll take it on notice.
I think so.
But
I think it's
Yeah.
to do with those the two Northern Territory treasuries, perhaps, and something else maybe. But if we could take that on notice, that the staff could take that on
The
notice.
other little comment on that, that item is that we've only got a bit over $1 million in Hume Bank. We've got a lot more in Bendigo Bank.
Yep.
Just repeat what I said last meeting or last workshop. If we don't use it, we'll lose it.
Correct.
There's no reason their rates are as good as anybody else. It's a matter of letting Dean know that if they're not quite as good, if Dean talks to them, they'll come to the party.
I think from discussions that we've had that we need to develop a policy that actually states that we should be investing in those local banks. And just like when we award a tender, that they need to have weight. That doesn't necessarily need to be the lowest amount, like you said, Councillor Quinn. But the other problem is too is that when you use when you outsource that, they don't necessarily go to the Henty branch of the Bendigo Bank or the Holbrook branch of the Hume Bank, if that makes sense. They just go to whoever. So I think that we need to. We've had discussions about that.
Would
Haven't
that
we?
be a procurement issue? Or?
Through you, Madam Mayor, I'll add a comment that I think our previous policy, because they were building societies, they didn't meet the rating.
Yes.
And so there was also, back when the decisions were made to invest into these entities, I have a feeling that they weren't a AAA rated.
I think that's exactly right.
But they are now.
They are now.
Now, yes,
That we could invest through them and
without needing to change.
definitely, yeah, we can definitely start promoting to you or to get the best rate we can from our local bank.
I think local being the word.
I like the
if
word.
we don't, but if we don't use the local branches, that money does not then get reinvested back into our communities.
I think, so
That
really would be community banks, wouldn't it, rather
Do you
than
think-
local banks? Because local bank would just be.
I think that we need to.
But your community-owned banks is what we're aiming for.
There's none around those community owned banks.
No,
At the door now, so.
no.
Yeah, so through you, Madam Mayor, we would have WAW, Hume and Bendigo would be the three, I think,
So
that
what
you're
do they
referring
define
to.
as?
They're more like a regional.
I think the Bendigo in Henty, that would still go back to local community.
It would.
It's the one that does.
It does. That's exactly
But I'll
right.
have to check that.
No, it does
I'm pretty
definitely.
sure it's a community.
But when we've invested in the past in Bendigo,
Yeah.
we have not invested in the Henty branch. And that has been an issue. And I think that's what we need to do with the policy. We need to rewrite the policy to ensure that to happen. Does that, do you agree with that, Councillor Quinn? Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
the main thing is that we have the capacity to put several million in Hume over a period of time. And then there's no excuse for Colcan or Gindra or Holbrook not to stay in existence.
Correct.
But you've got to remember that these things are run by board of directors now, and most of them are not local anymore, and they make the decision either in Macquarie Street or Park Lane in Melbourne, or whatever they call it, Victoria Street. I'm not sure which is. But you go when you go to Melbourne.
Wasn't it part of the rules of the local government New South Wales a number of years ago, or I'm not sure when it changed, or has it changed?
With Tech Port. Yeah.
It's changed. Sorry to interrupt. That has changed.
It has changed.
Yeah, because they're now rated.
Frowned on using local.
They're now classed like, I don't know, they're not at AAA rating, but I think they're a AA rating bank now.
And through you, Madam Mayor, one more piece. I think through the ARIC, it was listed as an action item that we update our policy, and that still remains as an action item. It's just been, so it is on our radar, and it is actually in our resolutions from those ARIC meetings that is a task that we need to complete.
Any other questions or comments in part B, C?
I'm just, checking. Has the new Borough Budget sign gone up? Did the committee approve the design? So no chance of it happening before committee?
There's a couple of things that I brought up at the workshop, the library opening hours for Henty. It just says the library on page 59 of 64, under the little graph there on the block box. It says it's open 25 hours a week, and all the others are open Monday to Friday and time. Which days and the times, because it's not the same each week. And the people to contact for the Henty Caravan Park, Durham Buddick stop over. Got that page. Is it still Daryl Jacob? Because we talked about that. And Kerry Small is no longer doing that job either for Henty.
What page? The fees and charges?
Fees and charges,
Yeah.
yes.
What page is it?
It's page 40 of 105.
What page?
40 of 105 in the fees and charges.
Through you, Madam Mayor, I have a feeling, Councillor Shield, that we have updated it on our website.
So not on the page.
There is a possibility that I may have attached an older document, but I will go back and I can check it before I leave tonight, the website, to make sure those details.
The Henty one too was definitely.
Yes, I remember changing them. Yes, you're right.
Thank you.
Anything else, Councillor Shield?
Oh, on page 61 of 64 under the engineering. And suburban streets is continuing. There was something tweaked my memory about the street sweeper. I don't know when we last had it at Henty. Is that still? I know there was nil change on the budget with the streets. It's out of action and then it's running, not costing us very much at all. But I don't know. A few people have commented that it hasn't been heard of in Henty, and I thought, is that why is that, or what?
No, it's obviously we're only using it when we need to. It's not on a normal run because of this time it's the need for another. Slows down all that. We're not hearing any issues, so we're proactive and we're occasionally time things out of action, but it's been up there and other things that's been done. But we're not running as much as we used to because we're running machine by this ground, so we'll help back.
Regularly.
Yeah, and we've cut that back now to half that what we're doing to, because it was not needing to go as far as hard as what it used to.
Thank you.
I've got a question just on the grants on page 44. West Gindra Land Precinct grant says we've spent 89,000 out of 165 and it's in progress, but it's completed. Date is past. I'm just hoping that we haven't have to give any money back.
Oh, through you, Madam Mayor, we haven't given any money back.
Right.
But we have blown out the time frame.
Right.
And so not the budget, we've blown the time. And that's because of extended periods of time that it took to work through the flooding issues on the site. And so we've worked through now.
Great.
And now we're anticipating hopefully early December we'll be finished.
Fantastic. Any other questions, comments? No? Okay, I've just got I'm sorry, is there any matter of urgencies? Urgency? Councillor Hooper?
I've just got one in response to some recent correspondence that a report be brought to council on the current conditions of it and any planned future improvements to Glenellan Road.
Thank you. Can we have a?
That's it.
Are you sorry? Are you happy? It's a matter of urgency.
Yes, yes.
Really? It's urgent, but I don't know if it's a matter of urgency.
You've got a big petition on it, it comes through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forwarded it to.
Yeah, through Madam Mayor, happy to say that I'll bring a report to the next council. But we only received it yesterday, so we'll get a report next council.
So, are you happy with that? Do you want it as a matter of urgency?
Because we only notified.
We have to.
Yeah,
I was going to write back because I said didn't have time.
I've replied to Mr. Mason. Yeah.
But I'll be advising. I hope to report next council.
And I agree that it would be good to go to be published that we are.
Well, we need to vote on if it's a matter of urgency. All those in favour? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So council Hicks, no?
Yeah, no,
You happy with it? Okay, so all in favour? And Councillor Hooper's discussed that? Yeah.
Report be brought to council on the current conditions and any planned future improvements Glenellan Road.
It's not to be cynical, Madam Mayor, you've just got to drive down it and you'll soon find out.
I did drive down it a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty bad and narrow, very narrow.
And it's a cycles.
And any
We
future.
made a big
I wouldn't ride bike.
Or any
a few
plan.
years ago, we should have got the solar farm money doing that road up before they, Gregory and I had an argument over that, and I lost. What often happens.
Can we have a seconder for that motion? Thank you, Councillor Liston. All in favour? All in favour, declare it carried. If there's nothing else, I will conclude the meeting. Thank you very much for your patience and close at 7:25.